Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we are going to take a deep dive into the upcoming super full moon lunar eclipse that's occurring on September 17th or 18th, depending on where you live in the world. So we're going to take a look at each life path number to see how these energies could affect you in the months that follow. Remember that an eclipse opens us up to a storyline or a new chapter that will likely unfold over the coming 6 months to a year. So this is a progressive energy that we'll be working with, but at the time of the eclipse, we should have a pretty good indication of what that storyline is. This particular eclipse, I love the energy that we're going to be working with. It's absolutely beautiful. It's very supportive. So I'm really looking forward to breaking down each life path number. One thing that I wanted to introduce with this moon reading is the animal wisdom messages, but they're going to be a little bit different than what I do for the month ahead. What I wanted to do is for the illumination is offer sort of a mantra word that you can use that's going to be driven by one of the animal spirits that come through. So it's not going to be quite as detailed as the month ahead animal wisdom messages, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to bring those in as well. And what better time to start than a super full moon lunar eclipse? Yay! Before we get into it, if you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell. For some reason, with the algorithm, a lot of times the only way you're going to know if I release a video is if you've hit the bell, and then you'll be sure to be notified when that video is released. The other thing is, of course, this is a general forecast. So if you want to take a look at your own personal numerology to get the best idea for how these vibrations and, your own personal numerology are working for you, then the best way to do that is, of course, to have a reading, and you can book some time with me. My information is in the description box below if you choose to do that. Okay, enough housekeeping. Let's get into it. All right, life path fours. So we're going to be working with the vibration of the 21-3 for this eclipse. This is big energy. This is big, powerful, beautiful energy. I'm loving this. Okay, so this could absolutely bring in some kind of opportunity for new plans and new outlooks. So this could be a time when opportunities come in for greater self-sufficiency and greater balance in life. And so wherever you need to sort of see that is where you're going to see this the most. So if it's in work-life balance, if it's in, your earning potential, if it's in some kind of project or home life, etc. Or it could even be sort of your physical health and some kind of health regimen that you want to start or get more specific with, I don't know, right? But any way that this comes in, there's likely going to be an opportunity for a new way of doing it or new opportunity for, for you to feel a little bit more free in how you express yourself in sort of what you achieve, that can bring in that greater balance, especially if there's been some area where you feel like you've been struggling. This can kind of shift the weight a little bit and help you to feel more like you've got your footing. So really, really supportive energy there. It's interesting because this brings in sort of like this new personal world or new experience that's possible. So you could travel, you could have some kind of experience that really shifts your perspective so much that it really does create this new personal experience for you. Or it gives you the idea or the inspiration for something you want to create or work on or pursue that will help you to build that new personal experience, whatever that is. And for some of you, this could be like, finally getting up the courage to ask the person out that you've wanted to ask out, or launch the project that you've been wanting to launch for so long, or, the puzzle pieces falling together where you're able to pursue something that really speaks to you. and your greater vision. So this this eclipse really has the potential to shift us, or at least just our perspective, which can, of course, shift our world, but shift that perspective to where we can feel like we're stepping into a whole other side of ourselves that then brings about this whole other experience for self. Very beautiful energy here. This can also be a time where if there's something that you've been planning or sort of mulling over or trying to figure out, you could really gain some momentum here where, again, the puzzle pieces start falling together. You start to see, how things are going to play out. The key players sort of enter your life at this time. You get the green light instead of the constant red light type of thing. And so you could absolutely see a shift in the momentum that's working in your favor. So love that for us. Again, also strong influence here and emphasis on travel. So you could be traveling to foreign countries at this time. You could be experiencing new cultures, new ways of doing things, new perspectives, right? And it could be as simple as you going to a foreign country and experiencing something so profound that it truly shifts your perspective in life, how you show up in life, how you show up to relationships, you name it. And so that shift can, again, create this expansion or this greater awareness that then creates a new experience, or again, that new personal world. Change is definitely on the horizon with this vibration. And so wherever that change needs to come in is where you'll feel it the most. But some kind of shift, some kind of change, some type of greater perspective is absolutely needed in order for these other things to sort of happen, in order for these things to work, right? So you might start gaining momentum, but if you're doing it the way you've always done it, you're going to get the same results. So some kind of shift is needed, some kind of change in order to get more aligned results. And I think you'll see that change in the next 6 months to a year for sure. This can also be a highly, highly, highly rewarding and successful period. So whatever you initiate at this time Fours has the potential to be wildly successful, whatever success means to you, wildly fulfilling, and can just really change your world in so many ways. You're going to be, of course, a big part of it, right? Like you're going to have to obviously be the key player. But there is this shift afoot that can absolutely feel like things are finally working out in your favor, right? You're finally seeing those results that you've been working so hard for. And I have a feeling that they're going to be way bigger and more significant than you could have likely ever imagined. For our animal wisdom mantra or word that we need to kind of focus on over the next couple of months is going to be, and this is so on point, but adaptability. There's so much shifting in the air here with this vibration that we cannot afford to be rigid or stuck in our ways or unwilling to be moved or unwilling to see a new perspective or entertain a new perspective. We have to be adaptable with this vibration or it's not going to work. We're not going to get the most out of it. 3, and that's at the core of the energy that we're working with, right? 21-3. 3 energy is not about rigidity. It is not about, those strong systems and, strong, this is the way it's always been done. So this is the way we're going to do it. Doesn't fly with a 3 cycle. And we're absolutely in a 3 cycle. 3 energy is all about creation and creativity. And it's messy. There's not a lot of, little nice, neat borders to keep everything like compact, right? And systematic. And so I do think that over the course of the next, say, 6 months, there's going to be a lot that you're going to have to just surrender to and be adaptable with. And the more that you can do that, the more that we can do that, the more we're going to get out of this vibration and this cycle. And it can truly, truly, truly rock our world. So I hope it's a great one. Take care, Fours. Bye for now.